Welcome to the 7th session of the planning chapter. Now, what exactly the functional structure is, the functional organization is. The first one here you need to understand, there will be a person called managing director. Like person heading the IT department will have the education and skill necessary. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the 7th session of the planning chapter. Now here I'll be explaining you about the functional structure. Now what exactly the functional structure is, the functional organization is. Now here you need to understand the functional structure and the functional organization. When we understand, you will get to know how the team leaders will plan and how the other people will execute. Now here you need to understand that the functional organization of any of the MNC company or a business enterprises, they actually deal with why. That is a question which you are supposed to ask. Every company needs an organizational structure. It basically defines the hierarchy. That means who is the person who is a superior, who is the person who is a subordinate. Hierarchy of the company. In simple word, it defines who works for whom. That is what it does. Please understand who works for whom and who reports to who. That means the subordinate should report to the superior. The superior need to get the things done from the subordinate. That is what the structure is all about. And here in the functional organization, you are supposed to know that there are two types of functional organization. One is according to the function what they do, and one more is according to the powers they have in their hands. Now please understand this. Without this structure, these would be chaos and inefficiency will be there. That is, inefficiency will be more. Now, one of the most common form of formal organization is the functional organizational structure. In the functional organization structure, the entire organization is divided into smaller groups or departments based on specialized function. So I told you about it. There are two types of it. One is what? The departmental, and one more is the specialized functions of smaller groups. So I'll be giving you the functional structure. Please understand the functional structure here, students. Okay. Now, the first one here you need to understand, there will be a person called managing director. Let's go with MD. MD is called as the managing director. Now here the functional structure you are supposed to understand of this organization. It depends on the function of what the work they do. Now here if you go with it, let me draw three of the other departments. So we are going with the smaller departments. Now here we have is human resource manager, then we have finance manager, and lastly we have is the marketing manager. So we have taken three departments here. Now the managing director cannot see each and everything. So what does he did? Like he has divided the three departments. Say example now HRM. Now what is the function of HRM? The function of HRM is say recruitment, then selection, training and development. This is what the functional structure is. Next, here FM we have. Now FM is all about what? Accounting. Then you have budgeting. Then this is called the budgeting, and then we'll go with financial statements and balance sheet. So this is what the FM people does. Now marketing people, what is their function actually? Here what happens is they go with sales promotion, they go with advertisement, they go with market research. That is, they'll check what exactly the other competitors are doing. They'll do a proper research and they'll come. Now this is the one of the functional structure. That is, you have the managing director. Now the managing director cannot see all these departments. So what is that he has done? He has made a separate team where he has allotted the same function type of a people to his department. So that is what the functional structure is all about. Now here, if you understand, one more kind of a functional structure which I'll be giving it to you. Now please understand. The same way here we have the managing director. Now I gave you the what type of function it is, right? Now here Say we have the three department, namely it is HRM, then we have is marketing, and we have is say finance. Now here for HRM, I'll just go with only one thing. I'll just concentrate so that you can understand better, where there is a person called A and there is a person called B. Here we have like finance, there is a person called C and a person called D. Let's bifurcate here. There is a person called S and R. Here we'll go with it. There is a person called O, and here we'll go with E and F. Okay, done. Now please understand, this is again the function structure where we'll go with the function. Now human resource manager, this is what the team is, that is A, B, S and R. For marketing manager, he has only one person called O. The finance manager will have C, D and E, F. Now here what happens is the hierarchical movement. Authority will flow from here to here. That is, authority will flow from here to here. That is called the authority. And when you understand the responsibility part, what exactly happens is responsibility flows from bottom to top. That is responsibility. Responsibility. Now understand the hierarchical thing. Now MD will get the work done from each and everybody, but here MD will never tell person E to work something. What does he do is, he'll tell the HR manager and HR manager will take care of his team. He'll tell something to the marketing manager will get the work from his team. The same way, he will tell this to the finance manager, and where the finance manager will get the work done. Now, the same way here, you have a finance manager here, say a finance manager. To get a work done from E, let's concentrate here. To get a work done from E, what really happens is, finance manager will not he'll not go and tell E what exactly the work should be done. He will actually need to tell D. Now supposingly, if finance manager tells something to C to get the things done from E, it cannot happen, because this is called the unity of command. That is, one person having one boss. Now E will be only answerable to D, not to C or not to the manager, finance manager, not to the MD. That is what it is. See, though MD, finance manager, C is all superior than E, but what it is, E should only listen to what D says. D should only listen to the what finance manager says, and finance manager should listen to what the MD says. Now this is a military concept of being a functional structure. Now here also the same kind of a criteria. We are not supposed to break this chain. Only when there is a case of emergency, only then what happens is the scalar chain will be broken, and then you have something called gangplank. Now you would have studied this in your business studies, that is what a scalar chain is, what a unity of command is, and what is gangplank. Now unity of command says what? One person having one boss. Say now we have this person called O. Now O should only listen to whom? Can he listen to the HR manager? Though HR manager is superior than O, as well as O is subordinate of finance manager also, but still what happens is, see the hierarchical order. If you see the hierarchical order, it's like this, right? It's like this. So these are the levels of management, if you understand. For O is actually being the subordinate of all these three, but still he should only report to whom? He should directly report to marketing manager. This is the functional structure which you people should know. Next is, what is the advantages of the functional structure? Please understand. Now imagine that drawings, the two drawings which I have actually shown you. The first one is the executive or the team leader has the knowledge and experience of the particular field. For example, the person heading the IT department will have the education and skill necessary to shoulder this responsibility and successfully run his team. The same way, you had HRM means he should have the experience of handling human resource management. The person who is in the team leader of finance management, he should know about the finance. That is what it is. Second is because the employees has expertise in that particular field, the work is more efficient and precise. There are fewer mistakes, no issues. Error is human is what it is, but we are supposed to rectify all those things and then we are supposed to move forward. This also helps with the motivation of the employees of the company. So the person who is leading the team, if he has all the adequate knowledge and he can do any kind of a thing in his field, now what happens is even his team will always be happy and proud to work under a person whom they can actually get more experience. Since all team members come from similar backgrounds, it allows them to share ideas and come up with the solution. There is a sharing of knowledge which is always beneficial. Now, HR team will always be with the HR manager. So what happens is they're in the similar background, so they can go with any of the questions which they don't know. The HR manager can answer to them. The same way the HR manager wants the work to be done, so the HR team can actually help those HR managers, and everything can be very functionally and smoothly manageable, and it will go for a proper smooth managerial function. So here, if you understand, if you give a marketing manager the marketing person only, then what happens is it's the right person for a right place. That is called a proper staffing would have happened, and it will help the functional structure at large. Now, the employees also have a clear idea of hierarchy of the firm. That is, who is what, you will actually get to know. Now, I told you about this A, B, C, D, all those things, right? Now, O will also know that who is a person who is above him. That is what they'll get to know. They need not report or answer to several managers. They should only go and report to their superior, that is immediate superior. They're not supposed to answer to all the people. Also, the employees feel secure in their work. They see that their work and efforts is not going unnoticed. See, when you have functional structure, what happens is the immediate superior is that he will check what exactly you are doing. So there is always a factor which makes that superior feel that you are working really hard. The reason is the function structure is so small, it is divided, that each and every work is noticed. So these are the advantages of function structure. Let's actually go with the disadvantages. Now, if you have advantages, you also have disadvantages. Like, the work can be quite one-dimensional. After a while, the employees may start feeling monotony or boredom. The lack of new challenges can make them unenthusiastic for the job at hand. That means only HR, in the sense the person will actually get bored. Why should I not try finance? Why should I not try something else? The same functions, the same roles, same duty if you give, then you are killing their creativity. In this structure, the manager must take care of appraisal system. If the correct approach is not taken, then conflict may arise between the employees regarding promotions or appraisal. Now, I gave you this example of, say, MD, and we have this HRM, and say, I'll go with one that is finance. Okay. Now, if the people who are same here, A and B, let's take a random example of, say, C and D. If C is working and the finance manager has appreciated it and he has given him more reward and appraisal, and the same level, if you understand, there is this person called A, and A is also doing the work, but the HR manager is not recognizing him. Now he'll always have a comparison with A and C. That is, you'll always have a comparison with HR manager and the finance manager. So conflict will arise if the function structure is not taken care. That is, in the structure, the manager must take care of the appraisal system. The HR manager as well as the finance manager need to take the appraisal system very, very thoroughly. Also, this form of organization requires a high degree of specialization, which is difficult to establish. And then if there is a necessary change of personnel, it can disrupt the whole system and its balance. Also, it is quite a rigid structure, not leaving a lot of scope for adaptation. So it is very rigid, it is not flexible. You are supposed to bind to the functional structure which is being given by the top level management. In functional organization structure, the employees never gain any knowledge or skills outside their own department. This can cause difficulty in interdepartmental communication. That means HR manager will not know anything about finance manager, the same way finance will not know anything about HR. The reason is it is all rigid, where they will not know what exactly the other person is doing it. So that will kill their creativity as well as innovation. That's the reason I told you there will be something called monotonous kind of a work, and they don't feel like working more. So these are the things which you are supposed to know about functional organizational structure. Now I have given you this diagram. There are two diagrams which I gave it to you. Please understand this. If you have any doubts, you can actually call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.